What's going on, guys? Team Mark here, and today we are going to be talking about the SMGs in Black Ops 3. So as you guys know, I've been able to play this game quite a bit, once at Treyarch and then once at E3 for an extended period of time. I've probably gotten like around 5 hours of game time in so far, and I've been able to use all 4 of the SMGs currently unlocked and available in the alpha version of the game. There's still 2 more that we don't know about yet. They were grayed out, they were classified, you couldn't see what they were. But I wanted to go through and tell you guys about the 4 that we do know of, because they actually have very strong resemblances to other weapons we've seen in the past in Call of Duty. They act the same, they kind of look the same in some ways, and it gives you a good idea of what you can expect out of some of the SMGs in this game. So first up, the first one on the list is the Vesper, and this thing is a full auto SMG, and it's got the fastest fire rate in its class. You guys can see an image of this thing right here. And if I was to choose one weapon this thing reminded me of, it would definitely be the MP7. So this thing is an absolute monster at close to medium ranges. It does moderate damage, it's not bad, but the reason why it's so good is because it's got a fast fire rate. It dumps a lot of bullets into the enemies, which ultimately results in them going down pretty quickly at those short to medium ranges. Once you get out to medium to long range, it's a little bit more difficult to control. The recoil starts to kick in a little bit more, you start to miss a few more shots, and it becomes significantly less effective. So it reminds me a lot of the MP7 from Black Ops 2. Now, next up, we have the VMP. So this one is described as full auto, strong damage output at the cost of a smaller magazine. Now, the fire rate is also reduced quite a bit as compared to the Vesper we just talked about. So as for the VMP, what does that remind me of? The PDW-57. You guys can see the resemblance right here in this image. Like the iron sights even look really similar. The way it reloads is really similar, stuff like that. So this thing, it really reminds me of the PDW. I really liked the PDW in Black Ops 2. I thought it was a great weapon. Obviously, it wasn't quite as good as the MSMC, but it was still a very solid SMG. And I think this is going to be a lot of people's go-to in Black Ops 3, at least from what I've seen so far. Now, next up, we have the Weevil. You guys have actually seen some gameplay of this thing on my channel before. If you guys didn't catch it, I'll link it down in the description. But this thing is full auto. It's got a huge magazine, and it does modest damage. And the one weapon this reminds me of is the P90. It looks very similar to the P90, as you guys can see here. It's got that top-loading magazine like the P90, the huge clip like the P90, stuff like that. So it's pretty similar in that regard. And finally, last but not least, we have the Kuda. Ooh, Barracuda, baby. All right, so this thing is described as full auto, steady fire rate with balanced recoil. And just based off the looks as well as how the weapon performs, the kind of slightly slower fire rate, stuff like that, this thing really reminds me of like the MP5 or MP5K. We've seen a lot of variants of this weapon throughout the years of Call of Duty, and it looks like we're going to be getting yet another one here in Black Ops 3. It performs very similarly to it, and I think I'll have a gameplay video coming out of this thing here pretty soon. I think I've got some decent gameplay of it. So yeah, there you guys have it. Those are the 4 SMGs we know of so far in Black Ops 3. They're all pretty good. They're all feasible. The thing is, like, there wasn't one that really stuck out to me. If there was one of them that I was to choose, I would probably say I leaned a little bit more towards that Kuda, but I was trying to use all kinds of different weapons, all kinds of different classes, stuff like that, so it's kind of hard to judge, especially because these things are going to be balanced by the time the beta comes out and then by the time the actual game comes out. So the good thing is they all seemed like they were in the relatively, same skill range. It wasn't like one of them was significantly better than the others, which is definitely a good thing. We'll have to wait and see what the last 2 are. Like I said, there are 2 more classifying ones we don't know about yet. Is the MSMC going to be returning? Is there going to be one kind of similar to that? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm assuming if, one of the better SMGs is going to be coming back, they would probably save it for last. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, there you guys have it. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. We've covered the SMGs in this video. We also covered the assault rifles in a previous video. If you guys missed that, make sure you guys click the notation on screen or the link down in the description. Go check it out. Which weapons class should we do next? Should we do LMGs, shotguns, or snipers? Leave comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you all later. Peace out.